Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 203K in a Box FHA Consultant Training and Marketing System All Power Team Coaching Call for June 2014. This is your host, the creator of the 203K in a Box Coaching System, and your mentor, Catherine Hall, welcoming you all onto tonight's call. And I just want to thank everyone for being on the call tonight. We're going to jump right into a lot of activities. I have a lot of things that I want to share with you all. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. The first thing I want to share with you is the FHA 203K Day of Discovery 2.0 that is coming to Tampa, Florida in December of this month. And we want to basically invite everyone to come to that webinar. And so we want everyone to be on board with that. So I'm going to go to that page right now. You actually will be getting a flyer in the mail. And you can actually go to that link right there, 203K in a Box 2.0. And you can click that button there. The membership, the cost to attend the class is $349, but as a member of the 203K in a Box coaching program, we're going to give you and a guest admission for $79. And if you are a diamond or a diamond level, gold or diamond level, you get to come absolutely free. And so if you're curious as to what your level of membership is, you can send us an email. It is going to be on Saturday, December the 13th in Tampa, Florida, and we actually are working on the hotel accommodations, and we're going to give you a coupon code, and I believe the code is member20. That will give you the discount, and it's going to be Saturday, December the 13th. We're not sure what the hotel is where we're going to be hosting it because we actually are working with a hotel right now to negotiate it. And in addition, what I'm going to be asking you all, those of you who think you're going to be coming, I'm going to be sending out an email in the upcoming weeks to ask those of you who think you're coming, which would you prefer? What I'm looking to do is having the Day of Discovery, and I'm looking to have a bonus day, and the bonus day would be the day after, Sunday, and the bonus day would be a 4-hour training in the new software. The software, we ran into a little bit of a glitch with the beta testing, and so we're working that out. There was a problem with photo uploads because the programmer didn't realize that we typically do about 100 JPEGs at a time because we do, one picture has got 1 meg, and so you're talking about 100 megs, and if 20 people were online at the same time, when we were testing it, it crashed the server. So we're working on fixing the server error, so we are still moving along. But by December, the software will absolutely be fully functioning for at least 6 months. And so we wanted to be able to have a training at that point. So we're going to give an extra day on Sunday in the software. And so I'm not sure if we're going to do the Sunday training or do a Friday bonus training in the late afternoon, say, for example, from 4 to 8 p.m., and then start the next day with the class, and then people can just leave Saturday night and get back home on Sunday. So I'd be curious to see what your input is, and we'll be sending out that email poll questionnaire as soon as we get the hotel arranged. Now, also we're going to be having a contest with regard to the 203K Day of Discovery. And for more information about that, I'm going to introduce to you all my new assistant, and she's going to discuss that with you, what our contest is. And my new assistant, if you can see your screen, should be coming up, is my middle daughter, and she's in the middle right there, Samantha, shown with my son, Second Lieutenant Christopher Brooks of the United States Air Force. And there we are at my daughter Samantha's wedding last September. She's still a newlywed. My son is a newlywed. Everybody's newlyweds but me. And I'm going to unmute Samantha. And Samantha, would you please explain what our contest is and how they can enter to get a free ticket for 2 to the Day of Discovery? Samantha, go ahead.
Yes, hello everyone. I just wanted to say hello to everyone. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to get to work, and I know all of you are as well. Yes, and we're very excited. The reason we're having the, well, not the reason, but one of the reasons we're having the Day of Discovery in Tampa is because I actually just moved to Tampa. So we kind of have a Catherine Hall Unlimited branch, new branch opening in Tampa. So we want to get started. We're having a kind of a sweepstakes kind of thing for a chance to win 2 free tickets to the Tampa Bay Day of Discovery 2.0. That's right, everybody's doing 2.0, so we kind of have our own 2.0 going on, don't we, Mom?
Yes, we do.
So anyway, so what we're looking for is we need you guys to email me, and my email address is as follows, sross203k@gmail.com. So you're going to send me a testimonial of how 203K has changed your business and increased your profits, and basically just how using and starting your own 203K business has changed your profit, has increased your profits. So once again, I'm going to give you my email address.
I just sent it to everybody through the chat, and they can also send it. And they can also send it to the regular Power Team email of 203kpowerteams@gmail.com.
Yes, I also check that email as well, so you can also send it to there. So great. So everybody has my email address now. That's perfect. So if you have any questions about the Day of Discovery 2.0, or where is it, when is it, how do I enter in the contest, anything at all like that, just shoot me an email, and I will always get back. I also wanted to let everybody know of my hours. I work part-time as a massage therapist as well, so I work Friday and Saturday doing that, but I do still work full-time for my mother. I know, pity me, right? No, I'm kidding. But anyway, so I work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and then Thursdays I work 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. That way I can be on the calls late and everything with everyone. So we're looking for just a couple paragraphs, just how 203K has changed your business, increased your profits, helped you with your inspection company, helped you get off, hit the ground running, and how the 203K in a Box program has allowed you to do this.
Okay, thank you. So again, if you have any, we actually arranged Samantha's hours to be till 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that she actually can accommodate some of your needs, those of you who are on the West Coast. For questions about things, if I'm not available, you always have access to someone up until 5 p.m. Pacific time and 4 p.m. Alaska time. So we want to make sure you have that information. So thank you, Samantha, for that. What we're going to talk about now is marketing to agents and loan companies who are emerging in the 203K market. Now, all of you should be aware that you can actually go to Google, and through Google you can type FHA 203K endorsement summary, and then from that Google search you actually can get every month a report of the 203K activity for that month. So now what I'm showing you here of this report is the lenders who are doing 203K. And so as you can see, Wells Fargo Bank, this is year to date, and the 203K loan program is a calendar year that, a fiscal year of October 1st to September 31st. So we are here right there about halfway through the year, and with our disastrous winter, it's a little bit slow on the year. But as you can see, even with that being the case, Wells Fargo still is standing top of the mark in all markets for 203Ks nationally. Behind them is Prospect Mortgage. I'm very surprised to see that Prospect Mortgage is now taking a second position in the 203K market. They made it a mission to become, they're making it their goal to be the leading 203K lender. And you can see they're about half, a little bit less than half of what the Wells Fargo is doing, which is pretty good for them. Then there's this new lender that has popped up. And this is a great way to find out what are the new lenders that are in your market that you can be marketing to. This new company, Homebridge Financial Services, granted they are half of what Prospect has done, but they still have jumped way up in the top. And you can see all the different areas where they've done work in every single market. And I was surprised at how quickly they jumped up. And to that end, I went to their website, and this is their company website. And I was I didn't like this. I mean, you know, okay, I'm going to unmute people so we can actually share input. But everybody, I thought this was fascinating to see that their 203K program webpage shows a picture of the contractor that you know, with the unshaven kind of, you know, not, he looks like somebody who I really wouldn't want to see on a job site, actually. So this is actually on this their website is about the FHA program, what is an FHA 203K loan, the standards. They talk about Streamline K. They show you where are their branch locations. So you actually can just go to this link and find a branch location. Find a branch near you. And so if I were to type in
Seattle.
And find locations. I didn't give a full address, but there you go. You've got Dexter Avenue. Do these places look familiar to you, Tom?
They do.
Okay, and so this is the third leading lender of 203K right now in our country, and here are 4 offices. One is 24 miles away, but one is only 1.8 miles. How close is this Dexter Avenue to you?
It's the opposite. The distances are exactly the opposite.
You're closer to Tacoma?
For me, I am.
Okay, so you can move backwards. So this is actually your information for how to reach out to these offices in and around the Seattle, Washington area. Okay, so now if I were to put in Tampa, Florida, wow, look at that, guys. Let's blow that up. Let's blow that map up a little bit. And you guys have to know Florida is a huge, huge 203K market. And look at all who here is close to this location? Anybody see anything near them here? Everybody's
Samantha.
unmuted. Samantha, yeah, exactly. Samantha's close to her.
Put her to work.
Put her to work. You know what? She doesn't like to get dirty. She doesn't like to get dirty. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Hang on. I hit the mute button. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sam. You're unmuted. At least I'm trying to. There you go. You're unmuted now. Sorry. So
okay, yeah, I do better as customer support, not really getting them those addicts and basements and all that stuff that you guys are in.
So we've got, let's see, let's go to
Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying now.
There we go, yeah.
Nobody out there.
Now they have Newtown, Pennsylvania, which is out here up there, and they have Turnersville, New Jersey, which is, I don't want to do Jersey. I'm trying to find some consultants who will want to take my Jersey market from me. And Jonathan Leahy is just typing his little fingers to the bone. We hear you, Jonathan. So now.
Oops, sorry.
Now, how do you know what? How do you know what?
Good man. He's taking notes.
He's taking notes. Now he's actually probably keying in a report. So now, if you go to Google and you type in 203K and you click the link that says news, you can get articles about the 203K that are current and relevant right now in the industry. So I actually pulled this up, and here all you have to do is you go to Google, and you can clip these articles and attach them to your blog or to your email. And if you type in 203K, and if you can see that right there, and right there where it says news, there you can see right on June 4th, if you can't afford a finished home but you're willing to take on a fixer-upper, there's a special loan available to you. It's called a 203K. So now people still act like 203K is brand new, believe it or not. So here's an article from KTVN News or something, Channel 2 News. And this was posted on June 4th. And KTN News, I don't know where this is. Anybody in the KTN News industry, what does it say? This is in California. Okay, so this is California. They're talking about 203K on June 4th of 2014 in California. So you should be checking 203K News to find out what people are talking about. Here's one here, Digital Journal on June 5th. Here's one from just 2 days ago, June 25th. And these are great articles for you to actually take and post to your Facebook page. So here's an article, Financing Home Improvements. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. So you can see that they're talking about 203K loans. And so do you have two payment that talks about what the 203K is? And here, I can't play it right now because I don't have a player on here on this computer. But here's something from KUTV News, and I don't know where that is. It looks like Utah. So this is in Utah, or Utah. And so here you have an article that you actually can post right on your web page from a news source. It doesn't even need to be in your area. So please pay attention to what's going on in the news. Here you can see things that are going on.
Maybe we need to remute everybody.
I'm going to remute everybody, yeah. Yeah, because it was too much background noise. Yes, someone says it sounds like a dog sniffing the microphone. So maybe it is. So here you can see why it looks like another strong job report is on its way Friday. And then it says U.S. change in non-farm payrolls unexpectedly climbed from 203K jobs added in March. So you can see 203Ks are bringing money to the industry. Last month, the jobs data was serendipitous. I can't read. The U.S. change in non-farm payrolls unexpectedly climbed from 203K jobs added in March to I'm sorry, I thought that was 203K. That's 203,000. My bad. Looking at the wrong Ks. So I'll be more specific. I'll say 203K loans in the news. And there's that article, Digital Journal, How to Buy a Fixer-Upper, The Honey-Do, Best Rate USA, Money Watch, Q&A on 203K, Pending Home Sales Index Climbs. And there's that article I was showing you a few minutes ago, showing the increase in 203 in actual pending home sales has gone. It's actually slows through the summer, and it's got different indicators and talks about how the different mortgage programs, including the FHA 203K, which minimize the amount a buyer needs to go. So these are all great articles that you don't have to think up. They're out there for you. You can copy. Now this person here, Dan Green, is a mortgage market expert. Wherever he's located, I would want to, if he's in my market, I would want to basically reach out to him and connect to him to maybe be a feature as someone who who would add me to his articles as an expert commentator to give expert opinion. Okay, and so this is important to be able to pay attention to what is out there taking place in the mortgage industry. Most read mortgage stories from this week. Okay, mortgage advice for today's home buyer. 5 reasons to mortgage with the FHA mortgage. Well, this was actually a mortgage video on June 25th. Now, I'm personally going to take this article and I'm going to post this to my Value Home Inspections webpage as a great article to watch that I didn't even have to do it, so it doesn't even have to be me. FHA loan benefits, loan down payments, easier qualified. This is a great YouTube video that you can post on your website, and then there's the transcript of it right there. So this is fantastic information. And then for more information about how a 203K loan can assist you please reach out to me as your FHA 203, as your FHA FHA consultant. I can help you know if the home you're about to buy would be an ideal candidate for a 203K streamline, a full, or if you can even qualify for FHA minimum property standards. So this right here, this mortgage advice for today's home buyer, this is current, timely, topical information that, and this was posted on June 25th. This is something that you guys should all be reaching out and taking advantage of this information as your way of growing your business by getting people to see that what you know about this industry without having to do the legwork of creating videos and posting on and creating posts. You just basically copy and paste. Okay? And the other thing that I like about this system, about this opportunity, so I can just take this YouTube video. Okay, I can actually take this and FHA loan benefits, mortgage pre-approval, the mortgage rate. So he's got a whole bunch of articles. I can just take this, get the video URL, and now I'm going to go to my Facebook page, and I'm going to open up my home inspection company page. And I'm going to say, check out this great video on why everyone should consider an FHA mortgage. And then I'm going to, oops, go back to that. And I'm going to go back to that video, copy, and put it on my Facebook page. If I can get to it, there you go. And once it comes up, so there it is. FHA loan benefits, loan down payment, easier qualification. Okay, and I'm going to say, and you actually can edit this, and you can say, so you see me typing in here. If you have any questions, I'm your local Philadelphia area FHA loan specialist. Call or email for any questions at www.valuehomeinfo@valuehomeinspections.com. I'll put the phone number here. And then I'm hit post. And there it goes. So now if someone wants to watch that, FHA loan benefits, down payment, and all I had to do is just copy it. So I'm going to stop it. All right, so this is the mortgage report. It's a great video. And that's a great article. So I'm going to share this with everybody. I won't share because I've already written it. So now there you can see that post. So now all my agents and everyone are going to be able to get this article. Does this make sense to you guys? Because this is a great, easy way for you to have content on your Facebook page or your website, as well as give relevance to what you're doing by having a third party validate what you're talking about. Okay? So now I'm also going to post it on my 203K in the box page. Whoops. There, so check out this great video on why FHA loans are a great option for any buyer. And as a 203K consultant, we are the best resource to help buyers understand the many options available. And I'm going to hit Control V, and there. And sorry if I can refresh the page. Okay, so there you can see that. Didn't go in, but I'll do it. But you get the drift, okay? So you understand what we're trying to accomplish. And so this is something that I hope you guys will take advantage of. I'm going to put that video link. I'm sending it to all of you right now. So if you want to put that on your pages, you can as well. And again, what you're going to do is you just simply go to Google, and you can find all kind of articles every single day relevant to what we're doing right now. So here we have the mortgage interest rate predictions, FHA apply to loans and how low they are, mortgage applications drop but not everyone is concerned. Okay, this is actually great. So you actually can create an alert. So here's what I have on my own Google site. I've created an alert. So anytime there is any kind of a comment related to 203K loans in news, any region, once a day, it will send an email. So you can see here, I'm going to set it up so it goes out to an email. And now every day, if there's any kind of an email that has to do with 203Ks in the industry, it will actually come up. So here, PhillyLiving.com continues its 2014 investment seminar series, Unlocking the Mystery of the FHA 203K Loan Process. Fantastic. So now that alert is, so I'm just showing you how to do it. I already had this alert on my personal email, so I get these alerts automatically. Every one of you should be putting in this alert for you. And so here is this information about in Philadelphia. Okay, so this is Philadelphia Living, understanding 203Ks. And so this is something that Jeff Onofrio, I work with him. Matter of fact, we did a workshop together. And this was, I was actually at this webinar. Okay, so this at that event, at the First Time Home Buyer event. So this is actually something you should all be aware of, that there are trends in your market, in your city, that you actually can stay advantage of and stay aware of. Okay, so make sure that you focus on understanding what's going on in your market. So here we have an alert that's been created. Google alerts on this topic until I click the link and to confirm the request, obviously, but this actually will create an alert for anything that says FHA on 203K loans. You can say home inspection, you can say real estate, anything you want to have alerts of. The Google system will search every day, and if it has those comments, it will put that information in there for you. So by a show of hands raised on the system, how many here have seen that before? Or let's change that. By a show of hands, raise your hand. How many of you, this is new information on how to create an alert so that you get topical news sent to your inbox every day as needed? So who do we have here? Let's see. We've got everybody. This is new. Well, excellent. Okay. Well, great. So I'm glad I'm giving you guys something new that's useful for you. Okay. Do you think you guys will all use this? I think it's a great program to get your information out there. So I'm glad this is new. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open up our lines, and we're actually going to give, since we rushed through the calls last week because we had so much content last week, I do want to mention what's going to happen in the month. Oh, I have a poll for you. That's right. I have a poll. Let me put the poll out there for you, and if you can take, I've asked this question before and I'm going to launch this poll, so just take 3 seconds, and answer this poll for me, because a couple of months back, we had an invited guest from APS Merchant Service Provider last month, and they actually talked about the merchant service providing program that they had, and I wanted to see if any or all of you have taken advantage of the opportunity to add credit card processing. So I basically have 50% of you have voted. Hurry up, type those yes or no's in there quickly, 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 so I can see how many have voted. So hurry up and vote. And here we go. This is looking good. Okay, great. So because I had the statistics last month of how many of you had merchant services in your system last month, and last month and before that, I was surprised to see that we only had around 50% of our members actually were using merchant services. And okay, and the comment was, someone just made a comment that they don't have an online processing system. This is not online processing. This is actually credit card processing. Do you have a way to capture credit card data in the field and or by phone? That's what this question is. Okay, so I'm thinking that everybody, we have 83%, so I'm hoping that's about it. And so we're going to close the poll just so that you actually can see. And so the poll came up with 80% of you have merchant the people who responded, 80% of you have a merchant service provider. So that's excellent, because I want to make sure that you are all taking advantage of this information, because this is critical for you, especially as a 203K consultant. When you are doing the feasibility study, you're going to be out there at the property and you're going to be collecting the income. However, after you complete the feasibility inspection and you do your work write-up, that payment's going to be made to you over the phone, or if you have a website, you actually or integrated to a payment processing system, you can collect a credit card over the phone, or you can actually go through the payment processing system online if you want to connect with your ISN and capture payments for that work write-up. But either way, you need to be able to collect payments by a credit or Visa, Master, or debit card, and it saves you time and it gets you your money quicker. Okay. And now, Tommy, when it comes up to your turn, you can mention this. But Tommy just and lets us know, because we were talking about Square previously, and Tommy's got something he's going to share when it's his turn to talk. I have one more poll that I want to ask you guys, and then after that poll, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about what's coming in the upcoming months. And let's see, the next poll that I want to ask you, so I'm sending out, and this one I really want you to, whoops, close that. Okay, so we're going to go to the next poll, and let's see, polls number, I'm trying to close that, hide that poll. All right, great. Here's the next poll I want to launch. And the question says, how many of you have read my book, Insights of a Successful 203K Consultant? And I've got 45% of you have answered this question. And the reason why this is important, and we've got 78% have not yet read it. Okay, and that's 91%. We're at 70%. 91% have voted, so 5 more seconds. Trick question. Is it on thumb drive? No, it is not. Okay, so this is, all right, so I'm going to close this poll. Look at the answers to this, guys. And here's what this poll looks like. Most of you have not read my book, Insights of a Successful 203K Consultant. Okay, that tells me I have to do something, and so here's what we're going to do. We are going to give you guys a link so that you actually can download this book for free. I'm going to hide that right there, and let me show you where it is. We actually found that there's a glitch in the system, and it's not coming up with the way we want it to be. So if you are on the NAFAC website, we just found that the NAFAC website still has the wrong JPEG of the book. We have a new picture of the book. Okay? And right here it says ebook purchase free for members of 203K in a box. So now when I click that link, it takes you to the payment page to purchase the ebook. But when I click the coupon code of 203K member, which is the code that I had made, it says the code doesn't work. Okay, so I need to get the code fixed, and then once that's fixed, you actually will be able to get a free downloadable copy of the book, Insights of a Successful 203K Consultant. This is going to be important to you because when we are working with marketing to new agents, I created this book specifically to answer the question, what to do with a 203K project. And one more second. Let me get to that there. And so what you see here on the screen is the actual cover of the book, How to Have or Run a Trouble-Free FHA Renovation Project. And what it is a compilation of the articles from the monthly newsletters going back 2 years. And so this is what it describes what the 203K project is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure all of you have a link to download this book so that you actually can read it. And it is an easy way for you to be able to see the articles, and the articles are set up in such a way so that you actually can easily access all the information. And let me go out there so you can see that. And I'm opening this right now. And so as you can see, all the information about the articles and how it's broken down, how to create a 203K ambassador, inspecting for FHA MPS, putting a contract out on contractors, compliance evaluations for sellers, 203K lenders, come out wherever you are, the power of the press, the reasons for 203K, 203K responsibility to respect, what to do when the unexpected happens. This book is designed, The Story on Streamline, Renovation Lending for Investors is in the News, Good Neighbor Next Door. These are articles that your real estate lenders will love, that you know personally the author of this book, and that you have, and you actually can give them a copy of this book. So now we actually have this book in a PDF format, and it's on a CD, and I've made it very neat, and it looks pretty. So if you actually, this is what the book cover looks like. And let's see. Hang on for 1 second. Let me show this. So now what you're looking at now is the cover inside and outside of the CD sleeve for the book. And we're selling these in bulk to our members to be able to give out as a gift to the agents. And we're also going to give you guys the ability to give a downloadable free link to the ebook on your websites. Now we're going to make this available to everyone in August with the August mailing, where we're giving you the 203K flow of events for the loan officer, the PowerPoint presentation that I'm creating with the handout, and it's going to refer to, for more information, you can get it on this book. And so we're going to be able to give you the free, they're going to be able to give you the access to give a free link to this book and make it accessible on your websites. But before you can do that, you want to read it yourself. So please look for a link on the Power Team site where you actually can download the PDF version of this book to be able to access. And actually I'm going to be updating the book probably before August to add some of the newer articles we've done since the publication of this book. I'm going to probably add another 5 or 10 articles to this compilation. Okay? So that being the case, someone who had read my book had said, I would like to be able to know, can I do the same thing with this book that I did with your book, Major Purchase, Major Decision, where I got to be able to write the intro to that book and get my picture on this book as well. I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that right now. So but you can I'm going to get this book in print form, and you always can basically give it out as a gift, and always I can give you signed autographed copies of this book to give out as gifts. So you can celebritize yourself and saying, hey, I am personally connected to the author, and I got you an autographed copy of this book. Yes, so there's that question. Can we add the forward by me portion to this ebook? I knew that was coming, Don. I am thinking about that, but part of the problem, I might do that. I need to see, because it is more pertinent. And he wrote, and then Don, I'm going to open up the lines now, so if you guys can keep your background noise down, I would really like to be able to open up the line to everybody. And so we're going to start sharing. So Don, we're going to start with you. So good evening, Don. Go ahead with your comments that you just shared.
And I was just saying that, yeah, the signed copies would be a next best thing to having our foreword put in there like we could with your other downloadable book.
Well, let me ask you a question, because I was talking to my mentor, and he was saying that I should audio record the book so that people can actually listen to it, because a lot of people like to listen to it in the car, and that when you sell or give the CD, you can have a link where people can actually download the audio recording to an MP3 player or to a smartphone app, or actually now I have an app in my smart car where I actually have internet connection. I can download MP3s right to the MP3 player in my car when I'm driving.
Nice.
And so, what do you think about that idea? You think that's a worthwhile investment to audio record the book to then make it so people can have the MP3 audio?
Boy, I think it really would position you as a tech-forward thinker as far as that kind of stuff goes. Nathan did that with his book, but he did more of an abridged version. Nathan Thornberry did with his. So he didn't read the whole book, but he definitely read, a good portion of it. That way there was still pieces that you had to go back and read. That was a little bit more full of information, but he got the gist of it by listening to his audio recording.
Okay, well, I like the idea of giving. If I'm gonna give something, I like to give it all, and and I can say, and if you want to, and at the beginning and the end of the book of my audio, yeah, everyone's saying basically do the 100%, because that way at the end, if you'd like to have more of a reference in writing, you have it in the PDF version, or you have it in the actual printed copy, etc. So everybody's saying yes on the audio. I like that. Good. So I'll be working on that. So I definitely want – there's so much volume of business with 203K right now. And I'm going to unmute everybody. And instead of sharing focus points like we do in the regular meetings, I just want to I'm going to open up everybody for your comments. Ooh, who's got echoes? Joe, you've got – okay, great. Joe, you muted yourself. Okay, that's cool. So now I've unmuted everybody slowly, and if you have no background noise, I'm going to keep you unmuted. And there you go. Timothy Gerds, hi, welcome. Ricky Vernon, nice to see you. Phil Gage, way to go. Ken Perkins, how are you this evening? Okay, so now do you think that you're going to be able to put more information on your websites and on your Facebook pages using this information with the alerts?
Yes.
You can talk. Anybody can talk. You are all unmuted.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
So you guys think that getting the Insights book, you want to get a copy of it. You want to download it, and I will make sure everybody gets a link to that, and we will add that. We will add that this month. I'll see to it that Jamie has that ready for the e-newsletter that's going to be going out in the next couple days, and that way you actually can take advantage of that right away to get a chance to read it. Even though I'm going to update it, you can still read what's available. How many of you are actually making a point of the book is done, maybe little snippets of audio for our websites to get the buyer to call in? That's a great idea, Joe. And you know what? Here's something that Joe just made me think of. I will send you the book, and if you want to record a snippet of this book, and you can say, hi, this is Joe. This is Joe of Joe. What's your company name? I don't know. Joe of Joe's Home Inspection. And as a 203K consultant, I am personally connected with the author of a great book called Insights of a Successful 203K Consultant: How to Have or Run a Trouble-Free FHA Renovation Project. And I wanted to share with you just a brief article or just want to share a little bit of this book with you, and then you can read a paragraph or two of something from the book and say, and if you'd like more information about this, please click the link and you can download a free copy of this book. Make sure you make them opt in by giving their name, email address, phone number, and a time frame for purchasing a property. Okay, you want to get those 4 pieces of information from them. And then once you've got that opt-in, you let them get a free download of the PDF version of the book. And so that's a great idea. And you guys I give you permission as long as you say, this book is written by Catherine Hall, America's 203K Queen. Give the title of the book, the subtitle, the author. I'll let you read from the book on yourself in your own voice on your website. Do you guys like that idea?
Sure.
Sounds great.
So I just want you guys to realize that 203K is big, and it is getting bigger and bigger. And just as I've shown you, all these lenders, all right, that's Prime Lending is making a move. Bank of America, they're basically petering out, thank God. This is a new lender. I've never heard of them, American Financial Resources. We've got, there's that Movement Mortgage. I showed you that one. AmeriFirst, Fifth Third Mortgage, Plaza Home Mortgage. There's a whole lot of new mortgage companies popping up. Now this one here, I personally plan to reach out to them and become their 203K consultant for life. Money House Incorporated in the Caribbean. That's where I want to go do my 203Ks, okay? So I'm looking here at FS. This is important to see. When you're looking at this report, the place you want to look at is the column. Let's look at this point here. You've got, or Tampa, Florida, they had 0 this month, but they had 1 year to date. So what that says to me is that they're just emerging in the market in Tampa, Florida, and in Orlando. Okay, so they're basically starting in these areas. SunWest, you can see a lot of 0s, and then you can see a lot of 1s. So if you have background noise, mute yourselves so that you actually can, because we can hear. Okay, good. Great. Okay, so look at these companies. Guaranteed rate, there you go. Academy Mortgage. They're pretty low on the list, but they're trying to grow it, and you can help them grow. All right, so this is something you can see. Academies in Orlando. They're in Spokane, Washington. How far is that from you, Tommy, Spokane?
Oh, about 5.5 hours.
Okay, that's not bad. You could do a couple draws there, you know. But you should contact that agent in Spokane. You should contact them and say, I thought that you did that's their first 203K this year. Okay, now, that might be a brand new office. They may have a new office near you in Tacoma, and they just haven't made any activity yet. So these are the areas you need to start looking at. Honolulu. I really need to start working in Honolulu. This is a lot of companies. Spokane. A lot of new emerging markets. These states that we haven't seen any activity before, all of a sudden are starting to get a whole bunch of activity. PNC Bank.
Yeah, I do a lot of work with Home Street.
Do you? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So M&T Bank. M&T Bank, you don't see them, you see them here, but they are a third-party investor lender, so they're not originating the loan. Gateway Mortgage, so that you can see the numbers go on and on and on. There is lenders, all these new lenders that are coming up, tiny little new companies, Caliber Home Loans in Philadelphia. Well, they've done 5 year to date, 0 this month. I've never heard of them. So that's somebody who I need to reach out to and find out who's originating these loans in my area. So you need to have someone, if you can take this information, and there you go, Trust Mortgage Corporation. They've done 35 203Ks in the Caribbean since October of last year. That ain't bad. Okay, so that looks real good to me. Caliber is in Denver. Okay, cool. Would there be a trip charge? Yes, there would be. There actually, yeah, mileage to the Caribbean. Okay, 55 cents a mile to the Caribbean. I don't even want to know what that number is. So here's somebody, Eustis Mortgage. They're in New Orleans. They've done 33 in New Orleans, Louisiana. That's a market I need to get a consultant into. Okay, Fairway Independent, I just met them. They just gave me a first job. I'm doing it tomorrow afternoon. My first job with them. I just found out about them. I'm sorry, did somebody have a comment?
Nope, sorry,
Okay.
just reading.
No problem. So as you can see, this is a report, and what you can do with this report, I'm going to share with you what I do. You go back to the top. I'll go to the bottom. It's easier from the bottom. You take it like this. You hit copy. Then you open up Excel. Go to a blank workbook. And then you hit paste. And now you see these lenders, and now what you can do is you can do a format and sort and search out, sort or filter out all the ones that are in areas that you want to work with. So for me, I would do a sort and filter, a custom filter on all those that have Philadelphia in it. And you can organize this in any way you want, and this actually you can do just copy and paste right into an Excel spreadsheet, all of it, and then you can search on what lenders are in your area. Does that sound easy? Does everybody understand what I just did?
Yes, it sounds easy.
Okay, so this is a quick way to find out where do I market, who do I market to. By just basically, you can do a select all, copy, go over to Excel, paste, and there it is. Match destination format. So now I'm going to sort by custom sort, find, oops, cancel. I wanted to sort and filter. Jonathan, you're typing again. There it is. So I want to filter it by Philadelphia, and then I actually can produce a report that shows me all the lenders that are doing 203Ks in Philadelphia. Okay? So if you want more information on a one-on-one basis, I will do, Samantha, will you make a note? And what I'm going to do is I will do a, I muted everybody again. There you go. I will do a quick little YouTube video. I'll do a Camtasia video on how to take this information, put it into an Excel file, sort it by your own city or area so that you actually can get the details every month to see what activity is taking place in your month, in your market. Okay? So, all right, was this helpful? I muted people because there was some background noise going on. So the question was the time frame on the software. We are backed up about 2 weeks at this point because we had a problem with the server. I have to basically pay to have a larger server to handle the volume of information. So we have to retest on a new server, and so I have to go out and I have to solicit companies for a server. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I'm still excited. I'm still happy, and I expect to be able to have a beta, an actual sample of it working for you guys to see on the Power Team on the Power Team Achievers coaching call next month. So the 17th, I hopefully will have things moving along. We're ready. I just can't be able to give it to you to show because it crashed on us. It crashed yesterday when we were working on it, and it's not up yet. So I have to work with it some more. So it's coming very quickly, and I really We actually will be putting a freeware in it that will allow you to compress your photos to make it to help make it so there's not so many photos stored. Because remember, everything that's in this database on this system will be stored on the web. So all of your content will be totally stored on the web, completely and permanently stored on the web. So I've got to pay for a huge amount of storage, and so we might have to ask people to, once you have produced your PDF reports, to basically offload your photos off of the site and keep them just on your own computer. So that's what we're going to do. But to keep your draw photos on the computer is something that we are going to have happen. Okay? Question was, since I have not done a 203K yet, should I wait for the new software? I would say yes. If you are a consultant and you are approved and on the roster, I don't think it is not a bad idea that you start marketing your activities when you're doing your home inspections, that you can provide minimum property standard checklists. You might want to offer those for free for a while to get people interested in understanding what MPS is, and you all have the MPS system. And you can say, I'm in the final stages. I'm waiting on new software that will make it even easier for me to work with you. So will I be able to share the program with my admin help at another location? Absolutely. A matter of fact, the way this system will work, you'll be able to give your admin their own login. You'll be able to give your lenders that you work with their own login so they can download draw requests. You'll be able to give your contractors their own logins so they can go in and manually complete their own bid forms right there in the system. And when they complete the bid and hit bid complete, it will send you an email letting you know that the contractors have completed their bids. And then when you're ready to complete your write-up and the client chooses contractor A's bid, all you have to do is press a button that says, which contractor bid do you want to use for the work write-up? And you click that contractor's bid. That bid is then the contractor's number that's copied into the work write-up. And then if you have to make any additional changes to it, you can, saving you the step of rekeying it or copying it from the feasibility report. Sound good? Okay, guys, so it is, I know I'm excited for it, and it's very complex, but the most important thing about it is it's all web-based. So now I am not trying to say you'll be able to complete feasibility reports in the field. You won't still be able to do that. It's not, 203Ks are a little more complex than a home inspection. You'll be taking measurements, you'll be writing things down. You're still going to need to complete the report when you get back to your office. Okay, but then again, remember, you're going to have 3 business days to deliver it anyway, and you want to allow yourself that time to do certain researches you need to do, check townships for permit fees and other activities. So it's not a program designed to be completed in the field. But when it comes to draws, absolutely. You will be able to key in the new changes to the draw numbers right there in your tablet, on your smartphone, and it will be integrated with ISN. Absolutely, yes. That's part of the programming, that it will integrate with ISN, so you'll be able to push customer and property data from ISN to the software. So, any other questions? I'm going to unmute everybody so we can all say goodbye to each other. Upcoming events. I will be in San Antonio, Texas, filming a TV segment about the National Association of FHA Consultants. I'm really excited. I'm working with a publicist, and we are working on a major national marketing campaign that we're going to be launching for NAFAC. We are also working with an event coordinator, so you should mark your calendars for the upcoming NAFAC Super Conference. I'm trying to close all these web pages. The upcoming NAFAC Super Conference, which is going to be, at this point, we understand that the Valley Forge Convention Center and Casino Hotel is available, and we are looking to have a super conference in September 2015. I do actually have a date, but I'm not going to say it until I sign the contract with the hotel. It's going to be before the Pope comes to Philadelphia, so we'll just let you know, in case you were planning to come to Philadelphia to meet the Pope, you'd have to stay another some extra time. And so, Tommy, you have one question, so I will open up your mic. And anyone else who has a comment or question, I will open up your mic. Go ahead, Tommy. All right, unmute you. Tommy, you are unmuted. Go.
Oh, there I am. Okay. My question is this. I've got a 203K project working, and it's over $35,000, but the lender says they don't need me to do the draws. Is that something that, how do you handle that?
What do you mean they don't need you to do the draws? How are they going to pay it?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I mean,
wow. Who is the
my
lender?
understanding was that
Who is the lender?
Home Street Bank.
Okay, Home Street Bank. And is this the first time you've worked with this loan officer?
Yes.
Okay. You're dealing with someone who doesn't know what they're doing.
How should I deal with it?
I would basically I would let him know. I would reach out to him. Okay, let's say you are he and I am you. And again, this is so odd. Okay, as an FHA consultant, in order for the loan, in a 203K loan, that is the funds are escrowed, that is over $35,000, the only way the contractor can be paid is by my doing a draw inspection. There's no way that this cannot be done. It is part of federal statute that a draw must be done, even if it's just one draw. There must be there is a requirement that the consultant evaluate the work and complete a draw inspection. If the project is over 35, and if the contractor is stating he is going to require more than 30 days to do the project, there will be a need for at least 2 draws, because I am required by federal statute to do a draw within 30 days. Every 30 days the project is in process. Keep using the phrase federal statute, federal mandate.
Okay.
Okay, and Joe, who is an incredibly intelligent young man out here, said 4240.4. He learned his test well. Give them a copy of 4240.4, which you have a copy on your thumb drive, and say, you know what, if you like, I can forward you a copy of the HUD regs, which dictate the requirement that I must do this draw.
Is it different than 4240.4?
No, 4240.4 is the HUD reg that gives them that information.
Okay.
And you have that on your thumb drive.
And I have the thumb drive in front of me.
Excellent.
I found it.
You found it, yeah, because you didn't have it the other day.
No.
Okay.
I
So
found it.
Joe,
Okay,
you had
thank
you
you.
had no. I'll keep you unmuted because you have no background noise, so you have good sound quality. Joe Svella, you had a comment. I didn't understand it, so I've unmuted you. Okay, so you can self-unmute. Do I have a link showing that what? You're unmuted, Joe. And if anyone else has a question and would like to be mic'd open, just type it in and I'll unmic you. I'll open your mic. Joe, you had a question? Joe's mic is broken. Okay, Joe's mic is broken. So Joe, do me a favor. I'm not sure what your question was, but I will be available to speak to you tomorrow if you want to give me a call here at the office. Let's see, I have a 6 o'clock programmers meeting. I have an 7:30 to 8:30 meeting. So if you want to reach me here at the office for a quick 15-minute call, somewhere between 10 and 11, I'm available Eastern Standard Time. Or I have a 203K consultation at 1:30, and then I'll be driving back, so I'll be in the car available from, I'd say, 3:30 to 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. So if you want to give me a call anytime during those time frames. Okay? The TV spot's going to be marketed. The question is, when will the TV spot be aired? I'm going to be putting it on YouTube. It's going to be on the website, and I'm going to market it to national media to see if they'll promote the spot about the National Association of FHA Consultants. Okay, guys? Anybody else have a comment, question, or issue they'd like to bring up in tonight's call? Okay, so I'm going to just basically ask by a show of hands, was this a helpful call for you tonight?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I am going to thank you all. I hope you all have a very happy 4th of July. Be careful with fireworks. They're dangerous. They should only be seen from a distance, from a lawn chair, with a nice bottle of apple hard cider, Angry Orchard hard cider in your hand. So that's how you should do fireworks. So please be safe out there. We don't want anybody being injured. Doug, I hope you're still mending from your fall off the roof. Hope you're getting better. And I look forward to seeing every one of you at the Day of Discovery 2.0 in December. We will be in Las Vegas at the Inspection Conference in October. We will also be in, we're also going to probably be at the NAHI Conference. And so I think we're looking good. So one person just said, I'm glad that you're recording this. I lost the audio from you about 10 minutes ago. My headphones and mic test out good. Not sure what's wrong. This will be uploaded to the Power Team site. If not tomorrow, Friday, definitely Jamie will have it up by Monday. So I want to thank you all so much for being on the call tonight. Ms. Ross, Sammy, do you have anything you want to say last minute before I hang up?
No, just everybody. Just wanted to give everybody again a reminder to send me your couple paragraphs to win the 2 free tickets to the Tampa Bay Day of Discovery 2.0 about how 203K has changed your business.
Excellent. So thank you all. Have a great holiday, and we'll see you all on the other side of the 4th of July. Good night.
Happy 4th of July.